series bring to you unheard stories of our members who are all the pillars of good governance, whether they are promoters, founders, independent directors, executive directors, CFOs, CXOs, or even women directors. Mentor My Board today is a brand known to the finance minister of our country. We launched various initiatives like Boardroom Mastery Certification Program for the promoter directors, WOM, that is Women on Management and Boards for women directors. We launched Ideal for independent directors. We regularly conduct coffee meets for directors. We believe in continuous learning and hence our Board Tattva series is well appreciated with all our members. Blogs, videos, coffee meets are various such initiatives that we regularly undertake to, promote the good governance in corporates. So do join this momentum of good governance with us by joining the platform of Mentor My Board. In this pursuit of building better governed boards with effective directors, we strive to create a community of 1 lakh directors and creating opportunities for our board aspirants. Platform of Mentor My Board is an enabler for us to drive these initiatives pan India, presence, and even international governance perspectives. Introducing our talented members of Mentor My Board platform. Today, in this second series, we have with us Dr. Mukul Jain, currently Honorary Director with the Management Institute, non-executive director with a public as well as a private limited company, visiting professor with Sunstone Eduversity, GD Goenka University, IIM University, JK Business School Gurugram, IBMR Gurugram, empaneled trainer with SEBI and NISM to conduct the investor awareness workshops, a management consultant to QCI companies and institutes, empaneled as certified trainer and financial education resource person with SEBI, the regulatory body of Government of India, as well as NISM, the National Institute of Securities Market, involved in conducting workshops of financial planning of capital markets to various groups. He has individually conducted more than 500 investor awareness workshops in the last 10 years. He is a visiting faculty, a project guide with Indian Society for Training and Development for their PG diploma in training and development. His specialities are as a certified trainer of AMFI exams, IRDA exams, FPSB exam preparations. He conducts trainings for various insurance, mutual fund companies, public sector companies such as Food Corporation of India, Indian Oil, GAIL, Air Force of India, State Bank, and many more. He's a visiting professor and has developed content for various textbooks as well. So, welcome to you, Dr. Mukul Jain, in this second series of Member Spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that elaborate introduction.
Mukulji, we can't hear you. Yeah,
Thank you for that elaborate introduction. Yeah.
sure, sure. Thank you so much for joining us today with, for this Member Spotlight series as well. So, we would love to hear about your journey. So, how exactly has been your journey through the certified trainer, becoming an honorable director, and a non executive director? So, we would be happy if you can share the journey with us.
Well, I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, now it is.
Uh, I did my mechanical engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and so initially, worked in an engineering industry for a couple of years. But then I belonged to a business family. My
Okay.
father and grandfather, they were distributors of textile mills. So I had
Oh,
this entrepreneurial bug in my mind. So just after a couple of years, I wanted to start a small scale industry of my
mm-hmm.
own. But then, to find industry, suppose you have some basic capital, you can also get loan from the financial institutions. But then to select the project is a uphill task. And at that point of time, when you are a graduate with just 2 years, 1 or 2 years of experience, you don't know, which industry to go in. So we did a lot of research.
Hmm.
So whenever we went at the last final stage, some problem used to come. So then we had to shelve that uh, idea. So several ideas were there in the mind. So finally, my grandfather said, he was alive at that time. So he said that, okay, we are already in the textile business. So why don't you start something relating to textile manufacturing itself? So it was
Okay.
not textile, it was a hosiery manufacturing unit which we had set up.
Hmm.
So, hosiery manufacturing, then garments, fashion garments. So we delved into that. So I was thinking that maybe after some time I'll get into core mechanical engineering kind of industry.
Right.
But engineering is required in any kinds of manufacturing. So I ran that, but we came to a stage after 7 or 8 years. We came to a transition stage when we wanted to change our business. There were some competition forces, like in management we study Porter's five forces model. So you have to know what is the impact of the competitors, uh, new entrants in the field, etc. So our business had faced some challenges at that point of time.
Hmm.
So uh, we were in the process of starting some new business. So in the meanwhile, I got a chance to teach in some colleges, and some training projects came in my way. So I said that as a stopgap arrangement, let me take up that by the time our new business uh, gets we entrenched in our new business.
True.
Then the new business which we were thinking with, that was an export business, that didn't see the light of the day. That saw the light of the day, but it didn't pick up
Hmm.
in the sense we wanted to pick up. But then this training, I started getting more offers for training and teaching. And a college, it was in the private sector, they had also appointed me as a faculty. So then last 22 years, I would say, from 2000 onwards, I am involved as an entrepreneur in
Okay.
teaching, as an entrepreneur itself, in training, in teaching. So in that meanwhile, because since I call myself as an entrepreneur or an investor, I invested in myself. I did
Wow.
3 post graduations. Nobody sponsored me.
Okay.
We did a lot of national, international certifications. So wherever the training used to come, whether it was finance training, whether it was HR related training, whether it was soft skills training, so I used to accept that as a challenge. So that is how this journey went through.
Hmm. But then this is sincerely very inspirational that you took out three, you took upon three postgraduate kind of degrees.
Yeah,
So, what were these postgraduate degrees that you took upon?
it was in management, 3 different domains.
Okay.
One in HR, one in production and operations. So initially, I did my post graduation in production and operations management, since I
Hmm.
was a mechanical engineer. But then a lot of trainings were coming in from the finance side. So I took several certifications in finance, like I am a fellow of Insurance Institute of India. Then I became certified financial planner. Then a lot of qualifications in mutual funds, etc. So then I did another post graduate. The other 2 post graduations were in distance learning mode, self study mode, distance learning mode. So then second
Okay.
post graduation I did in finance, third I did in HR or training and development. So like this, things kept on happening.
That's so inspirational. But then, what motivated you to take three different streams altogether?
Well, these 3 different streams are of management itself. So since management, I I worked in my own business. So all aspects, in a small scale business, you have to do everything. In
True.
a small scale business, you are an accountant, you are the purchase manager, you are the sales manager of your business. So I used to do everything.
I agree.
And I have no hesitation in saying, sometimes there was a two-wheeler. It was a place that there were some factories in, the old city,
Mm-hmm.
or in the lanes and by lanes. So car,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot take cars. So I used to take my two-wheeler, and my assistant used to be at the back, and we used to carry the stuff which we had set up a showroom also. So we used to carry the stuff, the raw materials over there. So sometimes there was some electric fault, some fault in the transformer. So I used to go uh, to the electricity department, and just cajole the lineman, and
Hmm.
ask him to sit at the back of my motorcycle, and used to ask him to please set this right, because our production is at standstill. So as a small businessman, you have to do everything. So therefore,
I truly
everything,
agree to what you're saying.
marketing, so HR. So I don't say, yes, in our colleges there are different areas, different domains. If you say that I am a professor of finance and I can teach HR also, nobody will believe you. How you can,
True.
as if there are two different things. But I feel that at the top level also. Now, for example, right now I am an independent director on the board of a company. So
Hmm.
there, at that top level, you have to have knowledge of everything. You have to be a
Very true.
generalist. You can't say I know only finance. So I
Correct.
am a HR person. So even if you are a HR person, and tomorrow if you are aspiring for director level position, you must have some knowledge of the accounts. You must know how to read the balance sheets.
Very
So
true. Very true. So it's a very nice lesson that you have given us. Most of the generalists feel that because we are a generalist, we do not have a functional domain expertise. We will be left out and we will not get a board position. But then hearing you, I'm sure their perspective would change definitely.
yes, basically now, the subject, like strategic management, which is taught in management colleges. So this strategic management is all about generalist. It doesn't say that you you should not have knowledge of all the domains. You should have knowledge of all the domains, but maybe you are not so much a specialist. Maybe you cannot prepare the balance sheet yourself. Maybe
True.
you cannot work at the shop floor in the production department yourself, but you understand the basics of everything.
Agreed.
That is what
Agreed.
is required at the top level.
Very true. Very true.
Similarly, like you have ministers, you have prime minister. Prime minister is not supposed to be a specialist in science, in technology, in arts, but he should have that knowledge. He or she should have that knowledge to conceptualize everything.
Right. And also to gather right resources at the right time and place is a very important, aspect which we miss out to understand.
Correct, correct.
Right. So this brings me to the next question now. So, as an honorable director, because you mentioned that you are an independent director as well, and as an honorable director with a management institute, so what
Honorary
are
director.
your key responsibilities out there, and what are your achievements, if you would like to share with the audience?
Yeah. See, the honorary director position is in a management institute, because I live in Gurugram, and that
Mhm.
institute is far off. It's a place called District Jhajjar, and it's in the some rural area of
Okay.
Jhajjar. So it was not possible for me to be over there. But
Right.
just to give the advice and support to the college management, I am the director on their board. And I give advice from time to time, and sometimes if required, if there is no faculty, then yes, I take some classes also as and when required.
Okay.
And for example, just 2 or 3, after 2 3 days, new batch is coming, so their orientation program is there. So this new batch will be there will be an inaugural ceremony, so there I'll be going. So there my role is a advisory function, I would say.
Okay. Okay.
And yes, if if there is a requirement, then I can take the subjects also as a faculty.
Okay, that's nice. So, how do you balance your role as a certified trainer, as an honorable director, as a non-executive director, as an independent director, and a professor? So, how do these roles complement with each other, and how do they impact your decision making?
See, I will give you a very honest answer. It's not that you need great time management or something like that. Time management is, of course, essential. But if you are in a flexible mode, then yes, you can manage different things. Of course, if you are in a fixed job, then it's not possible, and then it's not legal also to do
Hmm.
any other work if
True.
you are employed somewhere. So,
Right.
so I would say it's just if you are working in a flexible mode, in an entrepreneurial mode or as a freelancer, then yes, then you can pursue different things, and one should pursue different things. uh, One should then make full use of the time. That's what I
True.
have done. And for example, some people would say that, oh, I have studied this, I have got so many certifications, national, international. But that didn't mean that I used to study all day. I used to pursue my other hobbies also, enjoy all
Oh,
the life also, physical fitness, everything, so everything is possible in
agreed.
given time format.
Very true. Very true. So, if we can ask you, what are your hobbies now? What is it that you pursue as an hobby?
Number one, I like to be physically fit, so I always try to give at least 1 hour
Hmm.
in a 24-hour day for some, maybe could be a walk, it could be some jogging, it could be a game, as so I always tell people, whatever suits you according to your age and according to your physical uh, body condition.
True.
So that is one. Second, watching TV. Now, yes, I would say listening to music, but but now I am pursuing my singing hobby also.
Oh, that's amazing.
I
Okay.
used to sing when I was in college and all, so but now I have started pursuing that also.
Oh, that's amazing. Like it is so diverse. Each thing that you've told us has been so diverse from the other that it's becoming difficult for me to ask you some questions which can bring out that directorial role out of you. But as a non-executive director, what unique perspectives do you think you bring to the boardroom, or as an independent director, what is it that you bring to the table in the boardroom, and how do you contribute to this overall success and the growth of the organization that you are associated with?
See, my role as a non-executive director is also is as an independent director.
Mhm.
So, non-executive director, for the purpose of our audience, there are two types of directors: executive directors and non-executive directors. So, executive directors are those who are involved full time,
Correct.
those who are involved in day-to-day operations of the company, and
Right.
they draw a salary also from the company.
Correct.
Non-executive directors may not draw salary; they are not basically full time in the company.
Correct.
Uh,
Correct.
Although they would be involved, they would be responsible for giving the strategic direction to the company. And then in non-executive directors, there are two kinds of non-executive director. One are non-executive and non-independent directors. The other are non-executive and independent directors.
True.
So independent directors are those who should not have any relationship with the promoters of the company, those who
Correct.
should not have any pecuniary relationship with the company.
True.
So I am a non-executive independent director. So I'm not involved in day-to-day operations. However, uh, we are shared all the financial reports of the company. Then in any company, there are various committees at the board level. There is an audit committee, there is remuneration and nomination committee. So
Hmm.
I'm in with two of these committees, in the
Okay.
audit committee as well as in the nomination and remuneration committee. So,
Okay.
as a member of the audit committee, yes, in fact, all the financial statements are shared with all the board members, and so there is a board meeting every quarter,
Hmm.
and in addition to that audit, being a member of the audit committee, we have other meetings also of our audit committee. So
Correct.
we have to see that the accounts are made as per the norms, national and international norms,
Hmm.
and we have the right to ask the relevant questions from the management if we have doubt, because the role of the independent director is to ensure that the company follows all financial rules, all corporate governance rules.
True.
So sometimes we give suggestions also. We have to give suggestions to the management so that
Mhm.
it is beneficial to the company
Right.
and in the interest of all the stakeholders of the company.
Correct. Agreed.
And then the role of the non-executive independent director is also to give suggestions to the company board, the company's management, so that the company progresses. We can give ideas. For example, as far as I am concerned, I have given ideas relating to quality management of the company.
Mhm.
So I have been associated with a autonomous body, Quality Council of India. So they are running a quality certification program. So I've suggested this company to go for that certification, and we will be working for the company so that it reaches those standards, so that it can be certified for those qualities.
That's amazing. That's superb. I mean, this excites me to ask you a certain question about the trainings that you conduct. So, how do you measure the impact of the trainings that you are doing? And if in case you do it, how do you measure those impacts? And in terms of the participants or in terms of the growth, the development of the participants. So, how do you measure it?
There are nowadays there are scientific methods to evaluate the trainings. Uh, However, in practical world, those scientific methods are not possible to use because normally what happens that the company hires a training trainer or a training company. They complete
Mhm.
their job, they do the training, and then they just go. They get their fees, and then they
True.
get involved in other projects.
True.
However, there are, but exceptions are there. There are companies who do training also, and they are also involved in doing the training evaluation. Or like it happens in colleges, the teacher who is teaching is different, but the board conducts the exam. So similarly, there are companies where they give the evaluation part to a third party.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they evaluate so that
Okay.
there is no partiality. If I am training somebody, so I will evaluate that yes, my training has been very effective.
True. Very
However,
true.
the training, yeah. So, for example, I am a empaneled trainer of Securities and Exchange Board of India, as you had mentioned in the
Hmm.
introduction. So we do these trainings are sponsored investor awareness programs.
Okay.
We the audience do not have to pay to me as a trainer
Okay.
because I am an empaneled trainer with SEBI. So our honorariums and all are taken care by SEBI because I am
Hmm.
empaneled by them. So we go to the audience, and nowadays we are doing this training in corporate companies, and any corporate company which can give us around 2 hours slot on any day. It can be a working day, it can be even a non-working day, Saturday, even Saturday, Sundays, and we need at least 30 to 35 participants minimum
Okay.
for a 2 hour slot, and we do that training. So
Okay.
although we have not done evaluation ourselves, but the figures speak for themselves. If you
Correct.
see, I had started this training 10 years back, rather more than 10 years back. I started this training in 2011.
Wow.
At that point of time, till 2015, 14, 15, the number of demat accounts in our country of 140 crore population, demat accounts were just 2 crore demat accounts. Just 2 crore demat accounts. And you can well imagine,
Oh,
all the just opening demat account doesn't mean that you are an active investor.
exactly.
Anybody can. There were 2 crore demat accounts. Today there are around more than 20 crores demat accounts. So
But it is
because
still so low. I'm
it still
surprised that the
it
number is still very
yes,
low.
still it is very low. Yeah. So there are 20 to 25 crore demat accounts as per the data of NSTL and CDSL.
Okay.
And mutual fund industry today, around 40 to 50 lakh crore is the corpus AUM of the overall mutual fund industry.
Hmm.
10 years back it was hardly 5 lakh crore. So from 5 lakh crore to, then it, every year it increased 5 to
Correct.
10, 15. Today it is around 50 lakh crore industry. So because
Wow.
of I'm not the only person who was doing it.
Of course.
Others like me who are impaneled with SEBI, NSC, BSC, we have been doing these programs, and we have seen these all India statistics. And as
Hmm.
far as personally, I used to take these trainings in colleges, in corporate companies, etc. So, if, for example, in colleges, because I used to revisit again. So, and the students used to call me that, sir, I have opened a SIP account of 500 rupees per month because of
Oh.
your motivation and all. And people used to ask me also many times, when you go somewhere as a trainer, people take your number or your email ID. So people used to write to me or to call me, sir, please suggest me which fund I should invest in, or which uh, uh, stock I should take. I have
Hmm.
taken this scheme. So that shows that training was effective, that we could motivate people to put their money in the right investment options.
So all these trainings are in physical or they are virtually online? How are they conducted?
We conduct physical trainings.
Physical trainings. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And you go to a certain place either in BSc or
Yes.
NSC and then you train the
Yes. Yes. I
people
am
who are
authorized to
coming.
conduct training in Delhi NCR. So, and our audience who are from Delhi NCR areas, Gurgaon,
Mhm.
Delhi, Noida, Faridabad, they can call me, and we will do this training free of cost
That's
for 2
amazing.
months. It could be NGO, it could be a company, it could be RWA. We need 30 to 35 people and 2 hour slot.
Okay. Okay.
And we will
Amazing.
distribute them books also
Okay.
on
That's great.
stock markets, on investments, etc.
That's amazing. So, what are your thoughts on the future of this financial education, which is very important, and the management, which is another critical aspect? And how do you see this role evolving in the changing landscape of today's economy?
See, this is very much required, financial literacy, financial education, investor awareness, whatever you call it, uh, because it depends on audience to audience. If the audience is very primitive audience, they do not have a basic idea, then it will be known as financial literacy. Otherwise, if you go in among company employees, those who are in HR department, manufacturing department, then we call that investor awareness program. Because,
True.
and even if you are a finance person, you do not know how to invest, how to say select a stock, or will fixed deposit be useful to you, or stocks will be useful to you. Which fund should you go for, debt funds or equity funds? In equity funds also there are hundreds of funds.
True.
Within fund also, should I go for growth fund or dividend fund or dividend reinvestment fund? So we tell them the technicalities. So otherwise, people get influenced by marketers,
Hmm.
salespeople, and those salespeople, I would, with due respect to them, they will give them a myopic view, or they will only tell the merits of their product. But we tell
True.
merits and demerits. We show the both sides of any investment option. So it is very much required in our country, because our country is progressing, and our governments are having a long term view of the country. So if we want to become a developed nation, if we want to be among the top three economies of the world, then definitely this financial education is very much essential. And as and when people's income is also increasing, there is a big middle, you can say, middle income group in our country. There is a
Hmm.
huge middle income group is increasing. So there
Hmm.
is a need for giving them this information, so that they can take informed decisions. So
True.
there's huge scope.
True.
And today there
So,
are,
Mukulji, there are few sites, or there are few nowadays there are many sites that are created wherein you just put your basic minimum investment amount, and then they give you all the various options where you can invest and all. So, how do you look at it as in
well, I will, personally speaking, I will not recommend that.
Mhm.
uh, One stop solution that where are mainly offered by, you know broking companies, there are many brokers which have made their apps today,
Hmm.
where you can invest either in mutual fund, as you're saying, gold sovereign bonds, or any government bond, debenture. So
Correct.
in a
So
one app,
they give you a mix of the debt, the equity, and the exact proportion what amount should be invested where.
see, that is okay, but I would say, even myself, I am an investor also. I invest
Hmm.
online. However, investing has to be done in a very, very slow and gradual manner. It cannot be. It's not an impulse buying kind of thing.
Hmm.
It's not that, yeah, oh, you have just seen the app and just you have put the money. You have just with a click of button, because
True.
it's a very important decision of your life. So
Correct.
one can wait. Sometimes, the salespeople or a website will trigger you that, oh, this is a discount period, you will get some cash back or something like that. Even in investments options,
Correct.
so many offers, and you get swayed by that. So I think you should wait. Don't go after those kind of offers and all, okay, without commission. There are many apps which are offering you without commission, without brokerage. I will say that, choose your broker also very diligently.
Hmm.
Do a due diligence, see whether that broker, that app is the company which is running that app, that website is properly registered with SEBI or
Hmm.
not. Today, even SEBI says that you cannot advise for any investment. You cannot give any investment advice. Today, so many websites are there on YouTube. There are so many videos are running on YouTube where
True.
people are claiming, self-proclaimed gurus, that they are stock gurus. They will say invest in this. That is banned now. SEBI is
Correct.
down heavily. It is coming with rules. No,
Yes.
until you are certified by SEBI, you are a
Yes.
SEBI
I've heard about it.
advisor. You cannot advise.
True. True.
So therefore, I would say, I am a little skeptical about those kind of apps. So first of all, one should, as an investor, one should do the study, which broking company is running that app. If it is of that broking company, then take a very informed decision. There are hundreds
Hmm.
of investment options, but maybe two or three investment options suit you. It's not hundred of them. So
Correct.
it might be just two or three of them where
Correct.
you can invest.
Correct.
Is what I
Correct. So, quick mantras of success from you, if you can share with the audience.
Well, the kind of success I
So,
want, I
need
am.
not be only in finance. You can go general. You can share it as a individual, as what you follow as a quick mantra of success as well.
I also don't call myself successful from that definition. I would. I'm still running after that success. It's an ongoing journey, I would say. So, I think my answer is, success is an ongoing journey. Success is not just money alone. Success has got different connotations for different people. Success means that you should be feel happy, you should feel contented, you should, even if you have limited sources of income, but you can lead a very good life.
True.
You can you should know how to spend your money.
Right.
Success is overall, I would say, in a generic way, I would say success is never feel defeated, uh, never feel frustrated, even if there is a real failure in your life. So just keep on working, keep on bouncing back. So that is the mantra for success. Keep on bouncing back, keep on working. And then this very famous shloka of Bhagavad Gita, that कर्म किए जा फल की इच्छा मत कर, जैसे कर्म करेगा वैसे फल देगा भगवान. So keep on doing your karma. Fruits will come sooner or later, but not
True.
just do your karma just for fruits itself. So that
Agree.
is the success mantra.
Perfect. And as one last question before we wind up, so as a board leader, what is it that you can bring to the table? So would like to hear from you that as well.
See, you are asking personally to me what I can bring to the table. If
Yes.
well, I would say, uh, I have that strategic thinking mindset in my mind, and that entrepreneurial thing. So sometimes, there could be um, more specialist people than me who are specialists in a particular field. But if
Hmm.
you have that basic common sense of business, that you can pinpoint, that we have to do this, we are doing a wrong kind of marketing, or our production, the product which we are making, this is not the right product, we should
Hmm.
instead make this different product. So those ideas, and able to sense what is going wrong. It could be in uh, advertising area, it could be in marketing, it could be in production, it could be in HR field. Many
Hmm.
times companies fail because of HR policies, because people are, you train the people and people leave your organization, people are
True.
not. So sometimes there is a basic HR thing which doesn't come in the mind of the top management. So
Hmm.
these are the things which I can bring to the table, that to sense what could be wrong in the company,
Good.
and
Good.
to find the corrective solutions to that.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you
Because,
so much, Dr. Mukul Jain.
yeah,
Thank you for joining us today and sharing your views, your insights, and your inspirational journey with each one of us.
can I write my email, if for the audience, is there any chat
Yes,
option?
sure. Yes, sure. No
uh,
worries.
Very private, it's a private chat written, so I can write
Uh,
this. I'm writing my
I
email
think
ID.
there needs to be some setting done. You can just mention it. Yeah.
My email ID is dr dot doctor, that is dr dot Mukul Jain, MUKUL JAIN, @yahoo.com. So I have written it in the private chat. I do not know whether the audience can see it or not, but yes, this is my email ID.
Yes, since you just stated, no worries. At the rate yahoo.com. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So, whosoever would wish to get in touch with Dr. Mukul Jain can do so. He has shared his mail ID, and we would be happy, to get him connected to you via Mentor My Board as well. Thank you, Dr. Mukul Jain, and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to this program. Thank you.